Welcome to Let's Play Forza Motorsport 4, part 320. And in this segment, we're going to be driving the Panos Esperante GTLM GT2 car. Because, yeah, it's race car time. This entire column, race cars. It's going to be fun. It's also going to be expensive, but it's going to be fun. So, it is time for professional multiclass, aka race car multiclass, starting with the GT2. Our first GT2 multi-class event, involving GT1s as secondary class. Of course, we can only enter GT2 cars. Here's what everyone else is going to be driving. And, yeah. So, we have 7 races here. All pretty decent length races as well. So, be prepared for some lengthier segments here. And let's get started at Lasarth. Alright, so I'm expecting nothing less than a giant fucking mess here at the start, because we have the tight grid and stuff, and yeah, we all know the rundown to the first chicane here, so here we go. Atlas Sarth, GT1 and GT2. Racing is a go. And I'm getting the early jump in my class. Gotta be careful though, because of this chicane. Things are definitely gonna congest, and hopefully I can avoid contact. I did. Unfortunately, Russo did not. He's got some engine damage in his Ferrari. Very good. Way to go, Russo. Leave it to Russo to fuck things up, even though he really wasn't his fault. Someone hit him from behind. Because mid-engine car. So, hooray. Hey, I survived, so that's good. I may not have the lead right now, but I survived with no damage. That is all that matters. Now, we can think about actually going for the win here. We got past the worst part. Let's see how much of a disadvantage I have here down the Mulsanne straight, if any. Of course, Russo's definitely got a disadvantage because of his engine damage, and Fisher is deciding to not go for an overtake in his Jaguar, somehow. Or, not somehow, but for some reason. Into the first chicane. I was a little shitty braking. That's good though, made it through the first chicane. It helps that the AI are very slow around this track, so you know, yeah. What's the point of these multi-class races? Multi-class racing, that's the point. It's cool. It's like real life racing, multi-classes, yeah. Except these races aren't going to be long enough, probably. Definitely between the GT classes, because I don't expect any of the GT1 cars to lap us throughout any of these races. But still, it's cool that it's a thing. I like multi-class racing. It's difficult, but it's fun. Endurance racing, etc., etc. All that jazz. And there's got Martin here catching me in the Beamer. We head into the Mulsanne corner. Honestly, not too far behind the GT1 cars. Actually, relatively keeping up with them. So, that's cool. So, hey. Martin here is definitely putting up a challenge. I do have that straight line disadvantage because of the fact that my car is not upgraded. And, well, theirs are. So, this is probably the worst track to have a straight line disadvantage, because, you know, all its high speedness. Again, I benefit from the AIs being dummies around here, and by dummies I mean slow, so all that jazz. Oh, and Martin's alongside, and around it goes, okay. I'll get him in the Porsche curves, it's fine. I really like that Jaguar. I wish I could have drove it, but it was already taken. So, my stubbornness did not allow me to drive it. Also, haven't I already driven the Jag? I don't remember. I've driven so many goddamn cars in this game, I honestly don't remember what I have and haven't driven, which is why I have a list handy. So I, you know, don't drive duplicate cars. Because, yeah, Oh, there we go. Got the lead back at around Porsche curves as expected. And just going to the final chicanes. GT1 field just up the road. Once again, not really pulling away. And there isn't much of a performance difference between GT2 and GT1, so I don't expect him to pull away too much here. Oh, a little bit of a power slide, curb-assisted power slide there. We're good. We're good, everything's fine. Nice and smooth around all these corners, and we'll win, and it'll be a grand occasion. So yeah, we're kind of away from like the super gimmicky races for the rest of the game, as well as the short races. We're just into straight up racing now, and there's still gimmicks with this because multi-class, but other than that, things are going to kind of go back to normal here with this game. Doing all those gimmick events and shit. With all of, like, the toge and bowling and overtaking and the speedway events. How much longer do I think this game will take me? A long time. Because I'm not even close to like the longest part. Well, I say I'm not close, but I'm not even at the longest part of the game yet. We'll get there, and it'll take a while. Trust me. But that's then. This is now. Comfortable gap on Martin and Spears. Spears is taking second place now for Martin. Not sure what car he's driving. I think he's driving the Crone Ferrari. Yeah, he's driving the Crone Ferrari, because green. You can see that green from anywhere. I wonder if any of these races is going to have like us finishing ahead of one of the GT1 cars. If there's a race at Sonoma, I might have a chance at actually beating at least some of the GT1 cars, not going to lie. Just because of how incredibly slow the AI are around Indianapolis as well, but Sonoma especially. We'll see though. I don't remember the tracks at all, even though I scrolled through them in the menu at the beginning of this segment. Ooh, Spears is getting close. But he's running out of quick space, so we're now in the curvy part of this 8-mile track. Which means no more straight line advantage for you. Except on this run to the 4 chicanes. That's about it. Just take it nice and easy, don't need to force anything. And I think this is the smoothest and cleanest race I've had around Lasarth in this game ever. Like, damn, that went well. That went very well for me. So, that's cool. And Rossi, unsurprisingly, takes the victory in the GT1 class, although Anderson was pretty close in the Viper. Hey. Nice. And Russo's bringing up the rear with his damaged Ferrari. Eventually. He'll cross the line eventually, I swear. There he goes, okay. He made it. So that's one race down. We got 6 more to go in this segment. Let's go, race 2! Okay, let's try this again. Race 2 at Sebring. So... I learned from that first attempt to, A, not damage the front of my car, because I'm going to need all the, you know, the speed I can get. And B, don't let Russo build a lead, because, he builds a lead quick if I let him build a lead, despite him being a member of the job squad. Anyways, oh shit. Anyways, so, with that out of the way, let's try to keep our Panini in the actual fucking lead. Like, class lead. Sounds cool to me! That was a big fucking slide, holy shit. Okay, block the Ferrari, the Viper doesn't matter, because it's in a different class. Oh, I see shenanigans going on in front of me. By that I mean one of the Corvettes went wide, that's about it, never mind. There's been a lot of contact happening, luckily I don't have any, damage, so that's good. Alright, just need to get into a rhythm here. We've got 5 laps to hold them off here, so... Just chill with the GT1 cars at the tail end of the field. Okay. Clipping the curb slat plus stabbing throttle, not a good idea. Just saying. Okay, when suddenly I built a nice little gap here on Russo and Co. Very good. That was really bad. Slow down way too soon. Around the bend. So, oopsie. Keep slowing down too much everywhere. Like, by too much, I mean too soon. I'm not used to race car brakes. Oh, shit. Okay, well, I did the opposite that time. Not slowing down soon enough. Oh, here they come. Here they come, the job squad cometh, and try to taketh the lead away. Man, that 458 looks mean, or 488, whatever the fuck that is. No, 458. 488's the new one, isn't it? Like the new one. Something like that, I don't know. Anyways. Oh, god damn it. What the fuck happened there? It's like, car's just like, hi, I'm not going to slow down, and also I have 0 grip whatsoever. You have more grip on ice. Just went into a fucking 4-wheel slide of death. Alright. Well, that's not cool. It wouldn't be as bad if I was just behind, if just Russo passed me, but Russo and Spears passed me. So I have to deal with both of them. What the fuck are you doing, Spears? Are you okay? Had a little bit of that drinky drink before the race. Yeah, somewhere my GT3 videos are being shit on by copyright claims. This happened a long time ago. Oh well. What can you do when YouTube's a fucking horrible place of stupidity, but also has a monopoly on video streaming? So, anyways, let's try to get Russo here. Not on this turn. There's no way in hell. Not even close to being close enough. Pretty much just have to survive that turn, like not get punted by the cars behind me. But I like Juiced 1. It's an alright game. It's okay. I mean, I enjoyed it. I also kind of cheesed my way through it. I enjoy Juiced 2 a lot more. I will say that. Which I think is the unpopular opinion, I don't know. From what I've seen, people tend to like Juiced 1 more than 2. Maybe I'm just a fucking retard idiot. Alright, let's try to get a good exit here. Just try to do a very late apex. Didn't quite work out, but it's fine. People hate too. Huh, interesting. Like I said, unpopular opinion, because I'm the most retarded person alive, and I have the worst opinions ever. It has been documented, pretty much. Alright, 2 to go. I'm liking my chances of getting around Russo. Okay, that's not going to help at all. No damage, luckily. Oh, diving. A little bit of an impromptu dive. There we go. Got P1 back. Yeah, see my opinion about Sister Abigail. There you go. That's the best proof of I have the worst opinions in all of humanity. God damn it, I got punted. It was Martin, you bastard. You're fucking bimmer ass back here. No, fuck off, Spears. What are you doing? Holy shit. Okay. Russo remembered that his surname is Russo and therefore fucked something up. Luckily, my car did not get fucked up in the process. Now, just get around Martin and his damn BMW. Maybe. This is annoying, because, like, they're so shit on, like, braking and turning, but I can't get close enough to him. Like, the only times where I'm close enough to him to even go for an overtake is the twisty bits, where it's pretty much impossible to pass. So it's like, Is Abigail trans? Abigail's not trans, Harry. It's called possession. As in, her spirit is possessing the body of Bray. Doesn't mean she's a man. It's just she's possessing a man's body. I don't know. I feel like the less I talk about the whole Sister Abigail thing, the better, because people would just be like, oh, that's the fucking stupidest thing the WWE's ever done. Fucking stupid bullshit. Fucking, they don't care about Bray Wyatt. Etc. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, I think it's interesting. So yeah. Who's that? Hey, GT. Again, I know I'm the stupid one in this conversation, so yeah. That her spirit is possessing prey. Okay, then why ask the trans question then? If you knew the answer. Anyways. Around the final turn, I'm gonna win this race, so hey. Ranting aside, I win at Sebring. In a very chaotic race. That sure was some fucking chaos, let me tell you. But I got the win, that's all that matters. And Rossi wins in GT1 class, as expected, so... hooray. Anyways, on to race 3. Alright, so race 3 takes us to Silverstone for 5 laps, so just get the silver shaft out of the way at the start here. Jesus, like, Russo gets such a good launch in that Ferrari, like look how much of the GT1 field he carved through just off the launch. My Ferrari is ridiculous off this fucking line. But the launch is just a small part of this race, and this is not Formula 1 to where the first 10 seconds of the race determines a winner. So, that being said, Russo ain't winning this bitch. Okay, unless Anderson intervenes. Then he might win the race. I forgot I got a couple GT1 cars behind me as well. Oh god. Go. This is a predicament, because that. Because I got Anderson, whoever's driving the Corvette behind me. But I'm trying to chase down fucking Russo. Multi-class racing. It's a mess sometimes. Anyways. Oh, no power slide, please. And a lot of cars sliding out of this final turn. See all those tire marks? I have great taste in music. I don't know about that. My taste is pretty terrible, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the music itself is great, but you know. Anyways. Oh shit. This is not my moment. Trying to make a pass in the S's is just... I'm asking for death. That was a horrible idea. And yet I went for it anyways. Alright, Anderson. Oh shit. I was worried about Anderson punting me, and I ended up punting Russo. Very good. Congratulations, I am dumb. recommend cutting corners because I turn in too soon. Go. Well, that's way too wide. I know about double apexing that corner, but I think I went a little wide. And a little too wide in the center there. Oh well, it's good. Got the lead from Russo, so we're good. I did not hear about whatever the fuck that was, Harry. I try to avoid as much stupidity as possible. Because all it does is piss me off, and then, yeah. And it honestly is, like, part of what makes me so goddamn depressed. So I try to avoid as much negative news as possible. But it's kind of impossible to do because Twitter and also, you know, sometimes it's just brought up by people in, like, stream chats and stuff. Oh well. Basically, I'm just a giant echo chamber faggot. That's what I am. I don't want to hear about it as you link the fucking article. I see we're not good at taking hints. Anyways, this is gonna be a bad stream tonight, I can already tell, because I'm just being a pissy twat. I should really stop being a pissy twat. Every time I end up turn into a pissy twat, I get angry with myself over being a pissy twat, and I want to kill myself. I'm like, wow, I don't deserve anything. What the fuck am I doing? Forza 7 or GT Sport? Both. Why not both? I will never do the Forza versus GT thing. Never, ever. I like both series, and I enjoy playing both series, and that's all I care about. I don't care. They're both fun. Shut the fuck up. Like I said, I'm being a pissy bitch tonight. This is gonna be a horrible fucking video. I hope this gets like at least 100 dislikes and 2 likes maximum. Because this is an awful fucking just everything right now. This isn't even like a console war thing, Mary. This is just one fandom versus another. One giant group of retards versus another giant group of retards. We've got 2 cars way in the back. I wonder what happened to them. Do not give up the win. Oh wait, I got one more lap. Never mind. I thought this was the final lap. It is not. Go me. Now it's the final lap. Still got a 3/10 advantage over Russo, so as long as I don't go flying off the track somewhere. Also, I like how the GT1, the Viper, and the Corvette are still behind us. Like, they just have not found a way around. Meanwhile, the rest of the GT1 field is gone. right on my ass, though. Looking to pass. Don't give in to the pressure. Don't mirror drive. Don't need to right now. Go. One of the cars in the back might be Spears. I mean, it definitely is Spears because, you know, he's one of the 2 cars not in the top 4 in class here. And I see the Viper and I see the Corvette a little ways behind, so it's definitely not one of them. Let's just make it around this final turn. Try to get a good exit. Good enough, I suppose. Russo, one last lunge. Didn't work out for him, and a win. Okay. So, there we go. A win. Hooray. Rossi wins. Another Aston 1-2 in GT1. Unsurprisingly. And it is Spears and Martin all the way in the back. Whatever happened to them, I don't know, nor do I care, but there we go. We got 3 races complete, 4 to go. Let's fucking go to race 4. Alright, race 4 takes us to Road America. This is going to be a difficult one. I can already, like, I have a hunch. Because Road America, it's basically going to be a situation like Le Mans, except, you know, the AI aren't slow around here. I'm actually going to have to try, so let's go flying into turn 1 and just push Russo out of my way, I guess. I wasn't, didn't intend for that to happen. Also, I somehow didn't get any damage from that. So, hooray. Goddamn, Russo. Is Russo the empty box of the fucking Forza AI here? Because he's holding his way pretty well around the outside. I have played Forza 7. It's good. Now that I've finished my casual playthrough of this fucking Sprint Cars Road to Knoxville, I'm actually going to focus playing more Forza 7 on my own time. So, oh, God. Clean racing doesn't exist. It's all about that GT Derby. Okay, there we go. Actually, wait to see a world-famous Rhino stream. I don't know about that world-famous part. I mean, you know, maximum, or peak, like 20 viewers. Well, guesstimate. I don't actually know how many viewers I get anymore. But yeah, it's still. Anyways, time to hold the lead. Baby steps. I've been on the same level of the staircase for the past like 2 years, so, you know, about that. Come on. Alright, 1 lap down, 4 to go. Just gotta hold on to the lead, and as long as I keep my car on the road, it shouldn't be too bad. Like, this first half lap is gonna be one of the more difficult parts, especially if I continue to do that. That was pretty bad. Oh shit, that's even worse. Okay, I don't know how to do the first 3 turns. Well, 2, but shut up. And there goes Russo. Go fuck yourself more. You stay behind me. Only one jobber is allowed to pass me. Oh god! Okay, fine. Jesus fucking Christ. That was Martin, wasn't it? Martin is the fucking king of punts, I swear. Fucking hell. Just because you have the tallest car doesn't mean you can fucking destroy all our asses, or at least mine. Speaking of asses, I got no rear end damage from that. I got a bunch of side damage, but no rear damage from that punt. As you do, Forza, as you do. Nah, that's the reason, Bryant. That's because I'm playing older games. That's why I don't have as much more exposure. And like, it's reached a point at this point, it's basically reached the point where unless you're already super popular, it ain't happening. It just ain't happening. Unless your name is Jimmy Broadbent. But he's a special case. He's also cool. So, yeah. Alright, 2 laps down, 3 to go. Here come the Ferraris. Oh, dear God. Like, my car's wide as the road itself. Oh, come on. I keep carrying too much speed into this turn. Damn it. Poop. Oh, shit. Russo's passed me again. Okay. Well, shit. Russo, you cannot get away from me. I won't allow it. I also won't allow you to dive bomb me here, Spears. I know what you guys like to do. I know how you guys behave around here. And this is only like my, what, 310th, 20th video for this game. Way too fucking many. Oh, shit. Didn't already drive the Panos? No. I drove the street version of the Panos, but I don't think I've driven the race version of the Esperante. At least it's not on my list. And before I have, and I somehow forgot to document it. Fairly possible. Or I could have driven it as like a one-off thing in the World Tour. Because shenanigans happen there a lot with car selection. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, no, it couldn't have been that, because I don't think I owned this car up until, like, oh, whatever, I don't know. I don't know anymore. It's been way too long. Just gonna keep going here and hope for the best. And block Spears. To block everything. Become the Max Verstappen. Well, I'll definitely have quite a backlog there to catch up on, that's for sure. You won't run out of content anytime soon to watch. No, Spears. No, you don't. I'm starting to think this power disadvantage was a bad idea. Oh well. As long as I can continue successfully blocking everybody, I should be fine. No, you don't, Russo. You stay behind me. Okay. Cool. Now for the kink. Try to scrub off as little speed as possible around the kink. This momentum. This car is feeling awfully understeery right now. I have a feeling the damage is actually kind of contributing to that. And that's all on the sides. I got some suspension damage as well. How long do I think the World Championships will take? A long time. They're going to be long, trust me. Easily the longest segments of this LP. Actually, the longest segments of this entire Forza marathon. But, yeah. Come on, try to get a good exit. No, get off the grass. Damn it. Fucked up the exit even harder this time. Just gotta keep the fuckers behind me. Oh, Russo was alongside me. Where the fuck did it go? Oh, I see Russo. When suddenly Martin pushing his way up front here. Roll in. You have fun with that, buddy. Come on, car. Be swerving on me here. Alright. Not too much longer. The hard part is pretty much over. I just gotta make it around these last few corners. I shouldn't have to do any blocking before the line. Shouldn't. We'll see what happens. Depends on how badly I botch this final turn. Okay, I didn't really botch it much. Alright, cool. And no blocks necessary. And there we go. I finagled my way to victory at Road America. Yeah, I was definitely at a disadvantage here. A big disadvantage, but hey, I got the win, so that's all that matters. Now, let's move on to race 5. Alright, and our 5th race takes us to Road Atlanta. Going to Petit Le Mans. So another endurance track. So, hey. How about that? Maybe 6 laps around here. And we're underway. Got the lead around turn 1. Oh, but Russo got a much better exit. Oh, this is not gonna end well. Hello, Rossi. How you doing? I think that's Rossi. Actually, no, Rossi's in the 009. That's Moore. In the 007. So, hi, Moore. Well, got a lot of front-end damage on my car, which sucks. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to work around that. Which sucks. Hopefully it won't be too bad. This will suck, though, straight away. So even without damage, yeah, they're just so much faster in straight line than I am. Just gotta hold him off to the chicane and I should be fine. Now Muller trying to make his way back up the field in GT1. Not succeeding so far. I'm gonna play GT Sport when it comes out. If I have a PS4 by then, yes, but signs are looking to that not being the case. I'll get the GT Sport eventually, hopefully. Just gotta make that PS4, make that PS4 purchase and then get through the financial horrors that await me after I make the PS4 purchase, because every time I make a major purchase, something horrible happens in my life, so... yeah, there's that. That's not even like an exaggeration. Literally every time I make a purchase of like $50 or more, something terrible happens in my life. Thoughts on GT Sport? It looks like it's pretty good. It looks like I'm actually going to get more longevity out of it than I initially thought. Yes, even after all that. I haven't actually received that money yet because Super Chat, it just goes to my analytics and like it's a dumb process. Which reminds me, I need to like do something about leaving the partner network that I've still for some reason a part of because I'm stupid and don't email people and it's like, hey, don't automatically renew my contract, you fuckheads. Where's the donate to PS4 fund button at? There's like a direct donation link in the description of the stream. Like, there's like, yeah. Like, there's a super chat thing, and then there's like a direct donation link. I'm not saying, give me all your money. Just don't want to be that fucker, but... I'm gonna take all your money, and I'm gonna do nothing with it except sit on my money throne made out of your money. Ha 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 ha. I'm gay. I'm actually keeping up with Moore and Anderson here. Like, just chilling behind them. Not really threatening to intervene in their battle yet, but you never know. Now, speaking of donation button, I actually need to update the link on my Twitch page. So, like, it actually shows up in, like, the stream alert thing. Because, yeah. But I'm a lazy fucker, and I can't do, like, 3 clicks and a Control-V. Hi, guys. I'll just get this free tow from Moore here. To help me stay firmly ahead of Russo and Co. Alright, Muller, you're kind of struggling with your Aston here. You doing okay, fam? The front of my car is not doing very well. I do have that damage still. Oh god. Luckily I'm making up lost time by just driving well, and also getting a tow from Muller whenever I'm close enough to his car. Alright, 2 to go here at Road Atlanta. So got a comfortable lead here over Russo. This is definitely the easiest race I've had so far in the Spanos. That's for damn sure. Not sure how the final 2 are going to go, because I can't remember where they take place. Like I said, if one of those takes place at Sonoma, I might contend for the overall win. Wish I had the personality to do Let's Plays. So do I. I don't really have the correct personality. I don't have that charisma, basically. I have a fuck ton of self-doubt. There's that. I don't know. Anyways. Final lap. Keep clean, and we shall be good. Everything will be bueno. Ooh. Big slide from Moore. Saw that shit. Another big slide from Moore. At least I got to tailgate more for pretty much the entire race, which is interesting. It's like, hey. No, I'm not playing this on an emulator. I don't think there's even like a working 360 emulator. There's, hey, a win! Hooray! 6-second victory over Martin, who took second. Russo got bumped back to fourth at the end. Probably by Martin. And as usual, Rossi wins in GT1, so that leaves 2 races to go in this series. Where will we be taken next? Okay, 6th race at Laguna Seca. Oh boy. Favorite song off of Delirium? I honestly don't know. There's a lot of really good songs on Delirium. Like this is easily... Now, I haven't heard a lot of their music, but from what I have experienced, this is easily like Lacuna Coil's best work. Like, holy shit, this is so good. So fucking good. But then again, I could be extremely wrong, and I probably am. How much is an Elgato? It depends on which model you get. I think they run anywhere from like $120-ish to... I honestly don't know. Might as well just look it up on the Elgato website or Amazon or something, because I honestly don't know the pricing anymore. I thought I did, but I don't. Easily got the lead here at Laguna Seca, which is nice. Got more in the Ford GT trying to corkscrew dive. Nice try, buddy. Did not work. Try it again later. Actually, don't try again later. Just take your place in second, damn it. This Maserati goes wide. Final turn. Looks like more went wide as well. Is that Anderson behind us? It looks like a Viper back there. Can't tell. I think, yeah, it's definitely the Viper. Oops, I don't need first gear. What the hell am I doing? Yep, that's Anderson. Okay. He just kind of ended up behind us. Not sure how. Which AI do I find tougher, GT or Forzas? Depends on the game. Overall, Forzas. But that's because they actually have, like, difficulty scaling. Where in GT it's just one set thing, and your difficulty is based on the car you choose, basically. I mean, there's plenty of very difficult GT races, but... You know, if you fucking throw in a Scudo on the track, or a fucking Red Bull X, and it's not really much to difficulty. Of course, same can be said about Forza, but... the added, like, limitations you can give, like, you can set as far as on the assist menu and the difficulty settings and stuff. I don't fucking know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna shut up. I basically just contradicted my entire answer. How much did it cost to be able to set up everything to stream this? I don't know. Like, if you're counting absolutely everything, as in the game, the console, the computer, capture card, microphone, yeah, we're looking into like four digits. If you mean just like the capture card and microphone and stuff, then it's just a few $100s. Like 400 max, I think. Something about that. Or something around that ballpark. Oh no, the GT1 cars are getting away from me. What a shock. Listen to the shock in my voice. I don't want to use face cam, just don't want to. It's part laziness, part you don't need to see my disgusting face, part my room has terrible lighting, so you wouldn't be able to see my disgusting face anyways. And when it comes to like my actual videos, it's even less necessary. Because, yeah. Halfway through at the Typhoon Lagoon. GT1 field has completely separated themselves from those GT2 guys, except for that Anderson and Viper. He just kind of stuck behind all of us. Well, not all of us, but some of us. He's fourth. Oh. Around turn 9. Hey, JC. Nice entrance with your $2 super chat. Nice. So this is not Gran Turismo 2 or shit. I meant GT2 the car class, not GT2 the game, my stream title. Suck me wangy. Yeah, GT Sport has, like, driver and safety ratings. Unfortunately, they don't work because, it doesn't matter how clean of a driver you are. If you get punted by a fucking rammer, your safety rating goes down, because then you're in a situation where, you know, you end up making contact with other cars as well. So, it's just a vicious cycle of stupidity. And it's no fault to the game at all, like the rating system. It's just, people are stupid. The end. They're stupid and they don't know how to play video games. And then get angry at the game when they lose. Against other real people. Because it's never their fault. Anyways, this has gone way too ranty. Interesting battle for second going on behind me. Oh no, please, corkscrew, get out of the sticky dirt. Hello, more. Is Anderson behind every GT2 car now? What the hell? Oh. Well, he was, and then Spears went off. He speared off the track. Laugh, damn it. No, you don't, more. Alright. Got one more lap. Let's try to bring it home. Oh, there goes more wide, giving second place to Martin. As long as they just battle amongst themselves and leave me alone. That's asking for a little too much, though. Probably. No, you stay behind me. Oh, shit. I went wide to turn 6. Luckily, I kept the left side of my car on the road so I could recover. Alright, one more corner. Let's get around here. I'll be home free. Try first here, just get a little bit of run out. And hopefully not spin the shit out of the tires. Which I didn't. And there we go. A win at Laguna Seca. It's a pretty intense race behind me. For me, it was alright. Not too much going on. And then fucking Anderson finishing 11th on the road. GG. So that just leaves one more race to go in our GT1, GT2 thingy, so Alright, well that was a fucking mess and a half, so let's try this again. Final race. At Catalunya. I fucking completely lost my train of thought because I was looking at chat. Wait, there's a band called Pretty Reckless. I have the information right at the top of the stream, JC, of who this is. I've never heard of the band Pretty Reckless. So obviously it's not them. Speaking of reckless, that's certainly a thing that I'm not. Because I just wrecked the shit out of that Corvette and in front of my car. Fuck. Actually, I think that's more damage than I had in the first attempt. Although the caveat is, Russo is behind me instead of, you know, way in front of me this time, so that's good. I'll take that exchange. Slightly more front-end damage than last time in favor of having the lead. Just gotta be careful around Anderson here, since I'm not actually racing him. For position. They're just going all over. Hello, Russo. How you doing? They're just going all over the place up in front. Evasive maneuvers. Pretty Reckless is a female-fronted band. Metal band. Oh. Interesting. Speaking of female bands, I sure have been listening to a lot of that shit lately. Mostly Japanese bands, because goddamn. No Russo. No Russo. No Russo. Bad Russo. Okay, that was my fault for breaking way too soon. That's Forza slipstream mechanic. I don't fucking know. It works. I think you have to be traveling at least 100 miles per hour for it to work, but it works. Ooh, that's actually really interesting. Jimmy Broadbent and Southpaw are doing iRacing Bathurst together. That's something I want to see. Unfortunately, my sleep schedule won't allow for it. Oh, fuck. So. Oh, God. Fuck me. Not Vipers. Ferraris everywhere. Great, my front end's even more broken now. More drag. It's just what I needed. Just what the doctor ordered. More sadness. So wait, pretty reckless sounds like Hailstorm. Oh, okay. I listened to, like, a tiny bit of Hailstorm. They're okay. Hailstorm is better. Just take away the H. Got a great band, because pirates. Yar har fiddle-dee-dee. One Southpaw through room bat. Why the fuck would you want that to happen, Harry? Jimmy's had enough bad luck with his co-drivers fucking up endurances. Why would you want that to continue? Plus, Southpaw is awesome. Why are you being a fucking retard tonight? The end. For comments, not even like, it wouldn't even be funny. It would just be upsetting. What? In what fucking mind would it be funny? Ha ha! Look at that, another fucking endurance got ruined for Jimmy. Ha 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 ha! For a video series, even on Southpaw's case, it wouldn't be funny. It's like, huh, look, another race got ruined for Southpaw. Ha ha ha! Look at the comedy, look at his suffering, guys. Ha 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 ha! No. Again, why are you being such a fucking retard tonight? I'm fucking triggered. Not actually triggered, but... although I do get pretty upset by stupidity, as you can tell. This is one of those very low stupidity tolerance nights, by the way. Fuck off, Spears. Suck my dick. How to ruin a racetrack. What does that have to do with him driving, though? That has nothing with him... Harry, please. Turn on your brain. For the love of God, turn on your fucking brain. You're confusing way too many things. The how to ruin a racetrack thing is just him taking a map of a track and fucking it up, not him driving a track in a game and fucking up. I'm getting frustrated here. Tonight is not a good night. Oh yeah, I can catch him. I don't know if I want to. Way too much anger. I don't want this to be put on in the video, to be honest. I gotta keep my image up. I don't want to be another Wraithgum. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. Just fucking get behind me, Russo. What the hell am I doing? Also, I'm driving like complete garbage. I keep cutting this chicane like a fucking... plebeian retard faggot bitch, and this is just awful. Everything that could possibly be going wrong right now is going wrong. Oh, hey, more. Excuse me. Let's just destroy the front of my car some more. Ooh, now we're at 50% nose damage. Thought about going for a cheeky dive, then I remember they're actually like gods at this corner. Guess I know music is over. Not in a position to put on new music. And this is why I'll never become popular, nor should I. Because I am actually the worst person to ever exist. Fucking DSP, Rice Gum, Trump, they ain't got shit on me. You want true scum, here you are. Or here it is. Anyways, I'm gonna win this race. I really don't want to. But there you go. Alright, so. Yay. I'm a Panos enthusiast now. Whoa. Oh, shit. I need to fucking clear my mind anyways. And become not a fucking worthless piece of garbage. So, there's our first professional multi-class event done. So, hopefully I'll be in a much better mood next time. Stay tuned for more Forza unless you've already unsubscribed from my just horribleness in this video.